G'day guys and welcome back. Didn't really feel much last night as the drinks were sort of flowing, and I was absolutely smashed from the track. I don't know what it is, but it took the absolute shit out of me. So we actually filmed a podcast last night, and I said to Pete afterwards, I'm like, man, I feel like I wasn't on at all, you know. But anyway, just a light breakfast this morning, but the weather's blown over and I'm actually hoping for a bit of rain. You reckon it's going to rain, Pete? I reckon it's blowing over.
Blue, dude.
Yeah, I reckon it's blowing over. I hope it does rain a little bit, but also Pete seems to think that the southern end of the track holds a bit more water, so...
Well, hope. I hope.
Righto guys, I'm not sure how the last intro went because the camera sort of went flat halfway through, so... I've got the comedian Pete in the background. Thanks, mate.
Oh, that was to myself, bro.
Yeah. Actually quite a cold night last night, doubled up with the blankets. And the wind's still blowing now, and it still looks like, I don't know if you can see it in the background there, we might get a bit of rain. I'm actually praying for a bit of rain, it'll be awesome on the track. But either way, we're about to get into it. Thanks, guys. Also, guys, keep your eyes open for a code word in this episode. We've given away a GME handheld. The code word will appear, and just put it in the comments. Only for subscribers, make sure you subscribe. Go do that now. Grab a beer. And yeah, let's hit the track. I was saying yesterday, which is probably the last video, but I love how much the vegetation and the terrain changes on this track. One minute we were sort of in a very low-lying flat desert that was sort of all burnt out. Then we go, you know, to sort of higher scrub, and now we're in a, you know, stands of gum trees. You know, it's not just a boring straight line. That's for sure. There's always something to look at. I mean, the track goes from sort of straight sections that are smooth, flat, white sand to corrugated, reddest dirt you've seen probably for a long time. And then now we're sort of winding through these gum trees over granite, rocky sort of outcrops. I think we were sort of made it a third of the way last night along the track, but we'll probably do, I mean, depending on the conditions of the track, we'll probably get most of it knocked out today, which is good for me. You know, it's a short couple of, well, three and a half hours home the following day. But we've allowed an extra day anyway, so the rain seems to be holding off, but the clouds are still hanging around. Yeah, the rain's held off, and it seems to be sort of blowing over, but I am praying for a little bit. I do love camping in the rain. There's a fire challenge tonight. All the boys are cooking something straight over the fire, so that'll be good. I'll do a walk around with them in a minute when we pull up for lunch, maybe, just see what everybody's cooking. Brilliant. I'll chop that out. You don't need to see that. That's not a thing about anything. That's just one of those things that happen, isn't it? I'll cut that out. Plenty of little camping grounds along here. No shortage of places to stop. But I think we're about a third of the way through, as I said, and then we've got, I'll probably use a quarter of a tank, 80 litres, so probably what's that, 20 litres of fuel. Mostly third gear, a lot of it's second gear. I think there's only one spot we got up into fourth, so be mindful. You're not going to be hooking through this track. Make sure you've got plenty of fuel. I reckon that looks all right. I reckon you'll do that. It's not. It's the ruts aren't deep.
Don't answer, alright? I know what you're doing.
Pete, I don't know.
I'm just gonna move out of the way for you, okay?
Oh, quite dry, eh?
I got it.
Easy. Yeah, not too bad. The rain's held out. I think if we had have had what, say we got an hour of rain, that hole would have sucked.
It was just enough to get a slick.
A slick, yeah. But no, anyway, there's chicken tracks around that one, but I was waiting to sort of sink in as we went. It's just that wet clay, but like yesterday I sort of broke the crust and sort of dropped about 12 inches into it. So, but yeah, there's chicken tracks the whole way around. But even this whole section, you can see through here, that's a chicken track. There's another one that's a chicken track. You can imagine, come the rain, this is just going to be slick and muddy and gnarly. Got Pete in the back heckling me. You're my biggest fan. You're like my one subscriber, aren't you?
Biggest fan, brother.
Just that one honest fan, that's all you need.
You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down. Everybody knows you got your own sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it.
Righto, so we've just whacked a couple of...
You did it to me.
Righto, so we've just whacked a couple of pies in Pete's travel buddy. We're about the halfway point, and we're going to head on now to Sandalwood Rocks, and we'll probably do lunch there. So we're just at the looks like a sign-in box. I'll whack a little bit of a clip, a little sign-in box here. It's roughly the halfway point on the Holland Track. But the clouds have gone completely. There's not a cloud in the sky, so I don't think we're going to get that rain that we were hoping for. Well, I was hoping for. Anyway, I'll get you back when we stop. Enough wood there, you reckon, Pete, for the fire cook challenge tonight?
I think so, mate. Only just.
Alright guys, so we've just stopped for a bit of firewood. There's plenty here, so we just clean a bit of the track as we go. Helps everyone out. And a bit of firewood for tonight's cooking challenge. What are you cooking tonight, mate? What do you got on the menu for your fire challenge?
I'm going to attempt a pad thai.
Pad thai?
Pad thai.
So you would, Pete's going, what are you going, Pete?
Birria, bro. Yeah.
Birria, like everyone else is just going steaks, eh?
Yeah, okay.
Nah, it would be a good feed.
I did a chicken curry for the last last challenge and won it.
Oh, you won it?
So pressure's on.
Yeah, no, you got to defend your title.
It was his first time cooking, so we have to give him the win.
Yeah, no, fair. I'll take that.
Delicious.
I'll take that.
I love that. He's trying something different, though. You know.
Defending his title, though.
He is. Yeah.
Everyone else
pressure.
Everyone else just went steak, didn't they?
Tyson, Paul. Oh.
Right, we'll cut it there. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys.
Nathan.
Air pressure, right? That way, bud. Yeah. Well done.
God, there'd be some canopies getting damaged there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, a bit of a wheel lift, mate.
Superimpose some water into this bottle for you, mate.
Have you got a moment to talk about our Lord and Saviour?
Always, mate.
No, he's not. He's a bad boy.
So that was just like a big clearing. It was just, I thought it was a salt flat to start with, but it's like white clay. Good little play area, a little bit of water, like I keep saying, would have been great, you know. But at the same time, I feel like this track would be a hell of a lot harder if it was. Got to take the good with the bad. We're not too far off our spot for lunch now, so I've got to be about 5 minutes away. I'm hoping Pete hasn't burnt tyres, that's for sure. Hey Pete, how them pies looking, mate?
Yeah, mate, they're good. They're good.
Get into it.
Maybe another 3-4 hours.
Tell me what they taste like.
No, you're right, bud, because it's going to burn the roof of my mouth. You knew that too, mate.
All right, we just got radioed through that one of the boys has got a flat, so we're going to stop and have lunch now.
Hand job. Going to need it by hand. Huh?
You're a dick stronger than that.
Gym work's paying off, mate.
Yeah, fuck around, Jamie.
Here we go. A bit more grip strength.
This is it.
This is it. This is it. He's stuffed. Let's go. Let's leave him.
Let's leave him.
Send it, Robbie.
Yeah, let's go.
Like how I brought my wheelbase. Oh, check your lunch. Oh, yeah. Check your lunch.
Yeah, man, easy.
Let's deal with this other one.
Hey, Robbie, how many sparkies does it take to change the tour?
Considering every other cunt's doing fuck all.
Had to get help from a boilie, didn't it?
What have you done?
I'm filming, man.
Besides
I'm getting the shot.
Besides hurl abuse at me.
Yeah, that's my job.
Look for line up and go high.
It's my job.
Welcome to every episode of the podcast, mate. He's just
Oh,
always bringing funny.
look at you. Sold me out.
Just like you did in that bog hole.
Just leave that there for the
Go
moment.
through that,
in case
Peter.
something comes
It was
down.
a Toyota versus Nissan challenge, and you failed, mate. It's not
That I
my
didn't
fault.
know I was competing in.
So quick tyre change and we're back on the road, but just goes to show you, like, a little setback like that just throws your sort of time scale out. Like we thought we'd sort of be towards the end of this track by today, but I don't think that's going to happen now. Not that it's a big deal, we allowed plenty of time, but make sure you bring plenty of tools. That was like a little chrome shroud over the nuts, but they were just locked on and the sockets weren't quite fitting. But anyway, the boys got together, plenty of tools, we got the job done. Back on the road, and now we're going to head somewhere for lunch. Actually, it's getting kind of late. I don't know, see how we go. It is 100% easy to do. If you slip off the track by, 100 mil or something, there's little stakes and rocks and sharp edges everywhere. And if you're not sure, there you go. I don't know if the camera picked that up, but no matter where you are, there's always something that wants to spike your tyre, so just be mindful. So that was just a quick stop over at Sandalwood for lunch. We could probably camp here. It's actually a really nice little campground. I'll whack a little bit of footage in. But we've still got a few hours of daylight, so we're going to keep burning down the track, see how far we get before we set up camp. What's going on, Kip? Everyone's getting into the setup early.
I always do.
Mate, cars are still running and all the swags are out.
I know, I'm supposed to say Pete's learning from his mistakes finally.
Yeah. What's going on, Pete? You haven't even unloaded the firewood yet, mate. You're setting up bed. You got big plans, have you, mate?
I got big plans. Nah, leaving that'll be enough for tonight.
Yeah? Have you met my mate, Robbie?
That's gonna last about fucking 2 minutes.
Never called him mate. You said to me personally, I don't want to be mates with him.
He's got an Akuba on. He's everyone's mate. So what do you call this?
Just a fire, mate.
Just a fire? Yep.
Yeah, just a little one.
You have these often?
No, every now and then.
Yep. No, good one. Righto, so we set up camp. We got into a pretty nice little camp, eh?
A beautiful camp.
Yeah.
Well found.
Everything's level. Like for the rooftop tent guys, it's a paradise.
I was thinking about that
Yeah.
before, 100%.
So we're going to do a cook-up challenge, and I think everyone's just knackered. I think we've burnt it.
It was a big day, man, and even last night was
Yeah.
a late one for us. But
And I got to be
we're
honest,
not far from the end of the track, man.
yeah, and I got to be honest. I think, like, including myself, there was like 3 or 4 of us that just we're all going to cook steak over a fire. So there's not really much point. The secret was out. We all thought we had it sussed. So I'm teaming up with Pete, and we're going to do. What are we doing, mate?
Birria tacos, man. Let me grab the thing. I'm gonna do a shout out for Barbecue Mafia. You'd see Jamie and I wearing their hats, but yeah, man. Can you explain that better than me, maybe?
A birria taco broth.
Well,
Savory
it is.
Mexican heaven.
Yeah.
There's what else can you say?
Saves you bringing a blender out and stuffing around with all the ancho
Yep.
chilies and all that.
Yeah, making it from scratch. Man,
Yeah, man.
you made these before, not this brand, but you made birria tacos before from scratch, and I was frothing them then. Didn't get to try them.
No,
So
mate.
the fact that
Oh.
you're cooking this on the track, man, stoked.
Yeah.
So big shout out to Barbecue Mafia.
Yeah, 100%.
And Dave from Cutting Edge. He's hooked you up with the.
Pieces of chuck, I think they are.
Yeah, beautiful.
So yeah, he's cut them into smaller-ish pieces, so
Yep.
I'll break that down quick. I reckon about 2 hours in the camp oven.
Beautiful. All right, thank you again, Dave. You always look after us, mate.
Legend, mate.
All right, I'm going to get back to the campfire after we set this up. And how long does it take to cook?
I don't know. Depends. We'll just keep checking it
All right,
and,
we'll keep
and
checking.
then let them know.
And we'll check back in.
100%.
Thanks, guys.
So all we have to do for this recipe basically is brown this meat so we get some salt and pepper on it, I think. What do you think, Jamie?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, have you had birria before, dude?
No, I haven't had it, man. I'm keen.
Yeah, good
I don't even know
stuff.
if you need salt, man, because that mix actually felt like there was salt in it.
I think I might agree with you there. All you're going to do is brown this meat, throw the broth in, and you're on. And later on, all I'll have to do is cut up a little bit of white onion, a bit of cilantro. You notice people in recipes do that all the time. They'll be like, yeah, you bloody cut that up and then throw some cilantro.
Yeah, you got to throw the
So
accent
why
on.
do you have to bung that off?
You got to bung it on.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Righto, I'm going to let Pete do his thing, and we'll check back in a few minutes. That's the stuff, Pete.
Oh, mate.
Oh, looking forward to that, mate.
Yeah, same, dude. I reckon probably another hour. I reckon maybe an hour.
I'm good with that, mate.
think
Couple
so.
of beers. Oh. Righto, so we just had the birria tacos. I'll put up the footage. Pete recorded on his camera.
Yeah.
It's going to be better than mine. I'm actually burning. They're hot, man.
Yeah, and
Your eyes are watering too, man.
No, I'm just sweating. But
Beautiful. Absolute.
I love Mexican food. That's what's good about it.
And to cook them out here in the bush too. Like, we've got the barbecue mafia, birria broth.
Yeah.
I
I would have cut that down more.
a little bit more
Instead
water.
of 500 mil of water to the
Yeah.
jar, I'd go maybe a litre,
Yeah.
litre and a bit.
And the lime. So we're about to go try one of the other boys' chicken sticks.
Yeah, mate, deconstructed skewers.
Deconstructed skewers.
That's what we'll call them, mate.
Anyway, we're going to slip into a few beers and enjoy the night, and then we'll see you in the morning. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, guys.